everybody, welcome back to Pam's Cutting Board. So tonight we are having air fried pork chops. Very simple. And listen guys, if you don't have an air fryer, no worries. I'll show you how you can do it in just a regular oven, okay? But tonight we're going to have some pork chops. We're having, our sides are going to be baked potato, some broccoli and cheese, and we even got a quick, easy little dessert. So I have 4 boneless pork chops here. And what I've done is I just took a meat mallet and I have just pounded these chops because I like good tender meat. I don't like anything tough. So just to ensure that I've got a good tender pork chop at the end of the day, I'm going to pound it just a little bit with a meat mallet. And that's all you do. Okay. Now what we're going to do, and I put it in this Ziploc bag when I pound the meat. That way it keeps the stuff from splattering and getting contaminated. So you just can throw the bag away when you get through. And really, I'll guesstimate on the measurements. I don't really have an exact measurement because it depends on how many pork chops you're going to make. But there they are. There's my pork chops. I'm going to do 4 tonight. And even though you're using an air fryer, you're going to need just a little bit of oil. If not, they're going to be just dry. Okay? So I'm going to put just a little bit of oil. And you don't need near the oil as if you were pan frying or deep frying. So air frying is a little bit healthier. I'm going to do one side and then we'll flip them over and do the other side. My oven is heating up. You can probably hear it in the background. And I'm going to take just some parmesan that you get out of the store. You know, nothing fancy on the parmesan, just this stuff. So I'm just going to take, and the oil on there will cause the Parmesan cheese to stick to them too. And what do I use? Probably a tablespoon per chop, probably. Then I'm going to take my house seasoning. Now, I did do a video on the house seasoning. I'll link that below in the description box, so you'll want to check that out. If you don't have the house seasoning, use some of your favorite seasonings. Your salt and pepper and your garlic and onion powder. You could use a little Italian seasoning. And I just sprinkle this over as much. It's to taste, so whatever you like. Ever how much you want. Okay, there's one side done. We'll bring you guys back, and all I'm going to do is flip them over and do the other side. And then we'll have them ready to go in the oven. So I have, my oven has air fryer setting, and so I've just lined a baking sheet with some tin foil in case some of the oil was to fall through. It's not going to fall through on my oven. Then I'm just going to spray the basket. And then I'm just going to put my pork chops on here.
Is that to keep it from sticking?
Yep. Okay. I'm going to try to get all this good stuff that we can. Okay. Okay, now, these are going to go in the air fryer oven at 375. Depending on the thickness of the chop, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. You would just want to put a thermometer in the pork chop and make sure that it reaches 145 degrees. That way the pork is done. But now, like I was saying, if you didn't have an air fryer, you need something like a bacon rack, and just stick it on your sheet pan like that and put your chops on that, and you want to bake them at around 350. And again, depending on the thickness of your chop, you just kind of have to check it, and when your thermometer comes out 145 degrees, then your pork chop's done. And as long as the pork chop is up and not sitting in its own juices, it's going to get crispy. It's going to get crispy, and it's going to give it that fry kind of taste consistency, okay? So right now, I'm going to go ahead and stick this in my air fryer, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll taste this. See you back in a little bit. There you have it. This is our meal tonight. We've got our pork chops, our broccoli and cheese, our baked potato, breadstick. And what I do for a quick and easy dessert is I take some mixed fruit, and I just take some dry Jell-O, put in there, stir it up, and it gives it a little bit different flavor. And you can add some bananas, apples, mandarin oranges, whatever you want. But that's our dessert. So, Wayne had a phone call that he's going to have to take, so I'm going to taste test these pork chops. You want to flip them about halfway through, show that they get brown on both sides. But I'm going to take a taste test. Hold on. Take a little taste. A little taste here. Guys, they're so good. I'm not used to taste testing. Normally Wayne does it, but they're juicy. They're tender. And that parmesan gives it so much good flavor. So there you have it. Air fried pork chops with broccoli and cheese, baked potato, and a breadstick. Some for a cocktail for dessert. So once Wayne gets off the phone, we're going to go over in the living room. We are going to watch a little bit of TV and eat our dinner. And then we'll clean the kitchen up and get in bed. But try these pork chops. They're really delicious. And don't forget, if you've got a prayer request, put it in the comments, or you can email, or you can send us a letter if you want to. Either way you want to do it. All of our information is under the tab. It's about, and I'll try to insert a little picture there so you'll know what I'm talking about. So you can just click on that about tab, and it will tell you our information and how to get a hold of us. We'll be happy to pray for you or your family. Remember our prayer book. And so we're going to get off here and eat. We love you guys, and we'll see you back with another great recipe. Love you guys.